Hi, my name is Isabella Davis, and my research project is on alcohol-related harms. So, the excessive drinking of alcohol is an issue that has plagued this world, and especially the United States, for a really long time now. There was approximately 95,000 people who lost their lives to an alcohol-related incident in just the time from 2011 to 2015. So, something that I never really thought too much about was the economic costs due to excessive alcohol consumption. Excessive consumption of alcohol cost the United States $249 billion in 2010. Most of the costs were due to losses in workplace productivity, healthcare expenses, law enforcement, and losses from motor vehicle crashes. Healthcare costs for families with an alcoholic member are twice those than families without one, and up to half of all emergency room admissions are alcohol-related. Those who also drink excessively tend to have increased medical expenses, decreased loan eligibility, and loss of employment opportunities. This can be sort of regulated or prevented by implementing pricing plans pricing strategies so that the price for alcohol is increased, or limiting where, when, and how much alcohol is sold at certain places. Now let's talk about alcohol-induced deaths and dangers associated. So drunk driving is a major issue. We live in Las Vegas, the city that never sleeps. There's drunk drivers on the roads all the times, and so when someone drinks, they put themselves and the people around them at risk, especially if they get into a car. Approximately 30 people died in drunk driving crashes in the United States every day, which is one person every 50 minutes. That's absolutely insane. On average, over the 10-year period from 2009 to 2018, more than 10,000 people died every year in drunk driving crashes. This could easily be avoided. The simple rule of if you drink, don't drive. That's plain and simple how it should be. It could also be prevented by having a designated driver for that night. You could, if your friend is drinking and they are trying to get into the car, you could confiscate their keys so that they are not able to even have the opportunity to get into a car. You could use ride services such as Uber and Lyft, taxis. They'll take you wherever you need to go. You could spend the night wherever you're staying. There's many things that could be done to prevent drunk driving. Another thing is binge drinking. Binge drinking is very serious risks that can result from it, including unintentional injuries such as car crashes, alcohol poisoning, burns, falls, sexually transmitted diseases, sudden infant death syndrome, cancer of the breast, mouth, throat, esophagus, colon, liver, and memory and learning problems. These all come with binge drinking. On average, there's around a person will binge drink and have 7 drinks. Binge drinking can also be prevented by setting a limit for yourself. If you are going to drink that night, not drinking at all too. Set a limit for yourself and don't go past that. Looking at this figure here, it shows the intensity of binge drinking among U.S. adults in 2015. This is from the CDC. And it shows the average largest number of drinks consumed by binge drinkers on any occasion. So the darker red is 7.3 to 8.3 drinks. And you can kind of see where in the U.S. that occurs the most on average. Then the lighter is 7 to 7.3, and next it's 6.2 to 7 is the lightest color. And you can see where in the U.S. Drinking is more heavily done. Okay, now the short-term health risks that come with drinking. Short-term health risks that could be inflicted due to excessive alcohol consumption include injuries such as motor vehicle crashes, falls, drownings, and burns, violence including homicide, suicide, sexual assault, and intimate partner violence, alcohol poisoning, risky sexual behaviors including unprotected sex or sex with multiple partners, miscarriage and stillbirth or fetal alcohol spectrum disorders among pregnant women. these are just some of the short-term effects. I think it's really important to know and understand these things so you are aware that any of these things could happen depending on your situation if you decide to drink. Long-term health risks include high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver disease, and digestive problems, weakening of the immune system, increasing chances of getting sick, learning and memory problems, including dementia and poor school performance, mental health problems, including depression and anxiety, alcohol use disorders, and alcohol dependence. It is really important that when you drink, you don't do it and abuse it. If you are drinking, it is very easy to get into the hole of I need this to be able to do anything. You need to be able to not be dependent on it and understand the risks that come with it. Overall, I think that the most important thing you can do is educate yourself on the harms of alcohol and what it can do. You're putting yourself at risk, you're putting others at risk, and you need to understand that it's a very serious topic and can have very serious consequences in the short term, the long term, and in the moment. Thank you.